What's up? How's it going? I'm here in my new boat, sitting in the companionway, just basically sitting on the little table here, and I'm going to try to tackle the mold problem, or at least begin to start tackling the mold problem. There is a lot of black mold in here. Little dots of mold just kind of speckled through the whole place. What I'm doing to tackle it is I'm using 50% hydrogen peroxide and 50% white vinegar. I put it into the spray bottle here, and then I have another spray bottle that's just water. So what I'm doing is I'm spraying this hydrogen peroxide and 50% white vinegar on the fiberglass where there's mold, letting it sit for 15 minutes. And then I'm using a scrubbing it in circles, and then I'm going to spray some water on it and wipe it off. I'm going to just try to work on the companionway walls here to begin with, and then after that I'll probably call it a night and then come back and keep moving along. There's a lot to cover. Carpet just coming right off. Covered in mold. Here. See it all? Oh, that mold. Tons of it. And of course there's tons of it on the ceiling too. It's everywhere. And then this also has glue on it. So I'll have to try to penetrate through that. I'll have to pull this rug out. That was one quick pass right there. That looks pretty good. You can see where I have a lot more work to do, but that's just one pass. If I can kind of just keep going and just, I'm going to need to come back and get more detailed. But if I can just do a general pass of the whole thing and then come back and do a whole nother pass again, I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm wearing some protective gear. I don't know if this suit's really the best suit. I found it at Walmart. It's meant more for like painting. But I have an N95 mask. I have some safety goggles. I'm wearing some gloves. I have on some rubber boots. And I have this to do the scrubbing. I bought one of these things on Amazon. I was using my hand, scrubbing it by hand, but that was really taxing, although it was working. So I'm hoping that this will speed up the process. So I've already done a little bit of this. I'm gonna go ahead and now pick back up. I sprayed it down the section I've already done with the stuff, and I'm letting it sit. While it's sitting though, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle some of the parts that I've already done and see how this thing holds up. Very good. Over there. I'll come back, check it after I've done a little bit more. So let's take a look at the progress. Starting at the companionway. This is what it's looking like. I think this spot right here has been really difficult. I don't seem to make any progress with it. There's still all the way back here that I still need to do, but we're just gonna look at the good stuff. So starboard side, this box. Still a lot in this box. I kind of skipped the box. You come over here to port side. Here, ceiling. Now, let's go forward. The stuff in the V-berth actually came up, I think, a little bit easier than the stuff in the companionway area. I feel like I got like a old-timey lantern and like showing you the way it looks. But you know, there's still, you can see in the ceiling there, still quite a bit. But I mean, I feel like maybe it's gotten along. You know what I need to look at it is during the daytime. That will be all for now.
Day 3 of tackling the mold issue. I have now think I'm at the point where I have the right suit, I got the right kind of gloves, protection, mask, and rubber boots. So let's hop back in. We're gonna try to take care of the part underneath the cockpit here. So it's gonna be a lot of crawling through spaces. Let's see what we can do. All right, let's start by taking a look at our progress that we've made so far. And I am impressed. There is still a lot of dots, almost kind of like a staining in a way, but it's looking better. It's looking a whole lot better. Now all of this is carpet glue. I'm going to get all that carpet glue off, but I mean, my goodness. You can see here, there's still all those dots, but I mean, as we get into the deep part, you'll see kind of what it was like before. So all this down here that I haven't really scrubbed all through here. So maybe I tackle some of this. Maybe I tackle some of that today too. I want to try to take advantage of having some sunlight. So I'm going to open up some of my hatches in here too. Yep, if you look up quite a bit underneath here, I'll pop this off. So we're gonna try to do some of this today. See how it kind of goes back. I think maybe what we'll need to do is just stick to one side and work on one side, get all this cleaned. Yep. This side's got it too. Going all the way back. I'll start with the starboard side and then switch over and make my way to port.
Oh man. Whew. I gotta start stretching. I tell you what, if you have claustrophobia, put on this suit, put on this mask, put on the goggles, and slide down in there. That won't be good for you. Looking pretty good, huh? All right, it's day 4. I'm back at it.
and it is cold. I'm down here in Florida, and they have we had freezing temperatures last night, and right now it's 37 degrees. But I want to go ahead and try to get this. We're going to do this other side. Check back in later. Alright, this one might be a little more of the grosser one that I'm going to do, because there's some roach eggs back there. So it looks like the portal to the upside down. So I'm taking you back there with me. First I'm going to pull my hood up. Section needs to get done again. So basically I was trying acetone and I was trying that 747 stuff, and it didn't feel like it was really doing much. And I mean, not that to say it wasn't doing something, but it was like the stuff that was glued on here, here's the glue, it feels like it's really stained in. Now here's the deal, I'm gonna paint this thing anyways, right? So I was looking up online, people were like, hey, why don't you just grind the stuff if you're gonna paint, because you're gonna wanna grind it anyways. So that's what I've been doing. I got my little grinder here. I'm using 100 grit, and I'm grinding the glue off, and I'm also kind of grinding a little bit of the mold spots off too, because that was talked about as well. But here's the other side, the port side. I don't need to do. But yeah, that is what I've been doing. As you can see, there's still like little bits. It seems like when the boat was put together, it's not very smooth fiberglass like this out here, right? Like a gel coat, I guess, on it. I think it might just be painted on fiberglass because it's really rough. It's the boat lizard. He's my buddy. I've tried to get him out of here a couple of times, but he seems to want to stay. But yeah, essentially, I got through grinding most of this stuff completely down, and the lizard guy was tucked in way up in the corner, and he did not give a crap that I was grinding. So anyways, yeah, I remember seeing him whenever we first got the boat too. Somehow he stayed, and doesn't bother me, man. Let him eat all the bugs he can while it's in here. So anyways, grinding's done. Now it's on to, well, grinding's not probably completely done. I do want to grind the top area. It's just a lot of work. That was about an hour. This one right here took about an hour. So I would imagine, I mean, that looks a little bit smaller, but maybe give that area maybe 30 minutes maybe. So another hour to do the next layer at the top, and then the very top, that's going to take me a while. And that's not even talking about what's back here. You know, this whole area could still get ground down. But before I go too crazy with it, I want to yeah, I didn't even think about the floor. I might even just skip the floor. The floor seems totally fine. But before I go too crazy with it, I might just do the top part of the cabin and paint it and just see kind of how well does it hold. And do I even need to grind some of this other stuff? I know I needed to grind the glue out because that was going to obviously be an issue in the long run. But if I don't have to sand all of it, that'd be great. Alrighty.